Welcome to Digital Champions TV, where we shine a spotlight on industry leaders and innovative companies shaping the advertising and media landscape. I'm Greg Kirkham, your host, and today we have Brandy Vega, CEO and owner of Vega Media Studios, a prominent figure in the advertising and media industry based in Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome to the show, Brandy.
Hey, good to be with you, Greg.
Brandy, could you share with us how you first entered the advertising and media industry and what inspired you to start Vega Media Studios?
Well, it's funny because when I was a kid, I was about 10 years old, and I remember I was watching the news and I just thought, wow, that's a really cool job. They get to be on TV, they get to tell stories. And that's kind of where my affinity with media and TV happened. Then I started in junior high working on the newspaper club and in high school. Then I graduated early and I joined the Army as a broadcast journalist and public affairs specialist. I worked all over. I got to train at the War College and I was reporting for Fox News at just 20 years old. I've spent many years in the media world, from inside the news to outside the news. And about almost 8 years ago, I built my own studio, Vega Media Studios, in Salt Lake City. And we've got a great facility, and it's just been so much fun to build this business.
Now, as a veteran in the industry and the CEO of Vega Media Studios, what advantages do you see in collaborating with external ad agencies and media partners?
I think we talk about this a lot, but having great partners is just huge. It can make or break a company. You're good at what you're good at, and we're good at what we're good at. And you can't be good at everything, as I often tell my husband, bless his heart. But it's important to partner with people that know how to do things the best way in their avenue. So partnering is fantastic. I love collaboration. I love synergy and abundance. I totally believe that a rising tide lifts and builds all ships and all people and all businesses. So the more that we can team up and focus on where our top talent is, the better we can be.
And given your experience with collaboration and my knowledge of you in the industry, you collaborate with pretty much everybody that helps move the industry forward. Now, I'm sure you're asked this all the time, but what advice or insights would you offer to aspiring entrepreneurs looking to enter the advertising and media sector?
I would say go for it. There is never going to be a shortage for businesses and who need services and individuals who can give service. I mean, there's always enough work for every single person out there. I met with my team this morning. We were talking about what we specialize in. Everybody's got like their own little niche. And I think it's important to know what your strengths are, what you're good at, and then to kind of focus on that, but to be abundantly focused in your mindset, because there's plenty of work for all of us. So my advice would be this: whether you think you can't or whether you think you can, you're right. And I think you can. I believe you can. And if you have a dream, you should do it. You should try it. You should pursue it. And the other bit of advice on that would be find a mentor. If you're new in the space, reach out to somebody and say, hey, I really admire what you're doing. I want to build a business similar to yours. Can I come and spend some time with you? Can I take you to lunch? But find somebody who's doing what you're doing in the lane you want to drive down, and then seek their advice and insight. Don't go to all the gurus that want to just 10x your business. Find the people who are actually 10x their business and then follow their footsteps.
And Brandy, thank you so much for joining us today, for acting as such an incredible mentor, not only here in Utah, but also nationally. Now, I understand, before I let you go, I've got to hear about Promise to Live. You've got to tell us more
Yeah,
about it.
absolutely. I think when you can use your skills and your abilities for good, you should. I almost lost a child to suicide, and I dug in and I thought, what can I do to make a difference? How can I help save lives? And so we use media, marketing, advertising, incredible agencies like yours to share the message to get people to make the promise to live. And the promise to live is whether or not you're struggling, we're asking people around the globe right now to make a promise. If you ever find yourself in a really dark place, and sometimes business can be hard, it's not always rainbows, puppies, and unicorns. Sometimes it's difficult, and you might find yourself in a tricky spot. If you ever find yourself there, make a promise right now that you'll reach out to someone for help. That could be a friend, a family member, a trusted resource, or call or text 988. 988 is the 911 for mental health. And unfortunately, Greg, we lose somebody every 40 seconds. You can make the promise to live in about 25 to 30 seconds. It's the number 2, live. The first promise is for yourself, and the second one is to share it on social media for everyone else to know you're a safe spot, that they can have the conversations, we can stop the stigma, and we can save lives together. And I love being able to use media, marketing, advertising, and incredible tools that I built throughout my career and worked with incredible people like you to save lives in a meaningful way, because now more than ever, we need to connect, we need to be there, we need to love and share. So thank you for allowing me to share that and for being involved.
Absolutely, Brandy, and thank you. And what is the best way to reach you for our viewers?
People can find me online on LinkedIn, Brandy Vega. You can find me on Facebook. You can message me. My email is out there. I love connecting with people. We host events all the time. We'd love to get you involved. But if people want to go to promise2live.org, they can sign up there and get my information as well.
Perfect. And Brandy, thank you so much for joining us today. If you would like to learn even more about Brandy, please go to dailynewsnetwork.com. Thanks again.